Hi everyone. Welcome. Start getting ready for a relaxed, receiving, of healing and transmission codes, information, alignment. Whatever it is that your higher self called you here for, whatever it is that you are watching now or in replay, anytime in the future. While we wait for a few people to get on, let me know please if the sound is okay, if the music that I'm playing is overpowering my voice, or if it's a good mixture. I'll wait a little bit. Also, if you're new, or even if you're not, let me know where you're joining us from, what country, how did you find this transmission, what questions or answers it brings up in you. Today, as every day, it's going to be a really powerful topic. Speaking of which, by the way, if we've never met before, my name is Eve with Intimately Connected. We work on healing our emotions and our relationships together. And Intimately Connected stands for a close, intimate relationship with yourself, with Source God, with the people in your life, and with life in general. I think I have the comments on. Please someone let me know about the music. I'm just a little bit concerned that it might be overpowering, I'm not sure. Or too low, I can't tell how it sounds on your end. Or give me a thumbs up if it's fine. I can adjust it if it's not. Let's hear from our little girlfriend here. Hi, Mandeep. Taking deep breaths. Music is too loud. Okay. 1 second. Okay, how is it now? I'm trying something new. I'm playing the music from the same phone. Thumbs up, I saw. So that's good. Mandeep, darling, can you confirm that the sound is okay with the music as well now? I wouldn't want to just keep going and... Alright, let's take deep breaths in the meantime. And on the exhale, allow things to float away from you, to fall off your shoulders, to empty out of your belly, on your chest, wherever it is that you're holding tension. Observe it. And with your out breath, just picture it disintegrating in light particles that float away from your body, back into the quantum field, just like the music that we're listening to. Follow your breath out. Follow it with your attention. And on your in-breath, see all the light particles from the prana, the divine light, that are flowing in. Every molecule of your body, every cell, tingling, cleansing, swirling. Breathe that light in, let it spread across your chest. Allow it to drop in your belly, washing away any knots and stress, worries, heavy emotions like anger, frustration. Let it drop like big heavy bags that you just release. Well, let's do it again. Breathe in, sparkling, glittering, light, prana, fresh, cleansing. Someone's having massive fireworks in the neighborhood. Wow. I wonder how long that's been going for. Yay! Hi, Mandeep. How's the music now, guys? Visualize a shower of sparkling light, a waterfall in a magic land. And as you go underneath it, it refreshes you, revitalizes you, releases you. Open up your chest and breathe that prana, that light, that glow. With the out breath, allow everything to wash away. Just keep doing that, swaying in the gentleness of the angelic sounds, the bubbling water. the sparkling lights. Feel how over time this magic water drains your stress out of your body. You're standing waist deep in the most magnificent, magical, glittering waterfall. And it washes away aches and pains, tangles in your stomach, any memories that are surfacing that want to be released, any emotional exhaustion that needs to be replenished. This angelic energy is capable of adjusting and aligning, releasing and replenishing all that is needed for your body and your heart. Your mind is soothed. Your soul is at peace. And you're being worked on as we speak by the light beings that accompany each and every one of us here and now, supporting us, assisting us, lending an invisible hand in our affairs, answering our prayers. We're being bathed in their love, in their compassion, and their guidance is entering our subconscious mind, pulling out any weeds that live there, that are ready to be replaced with wisdom, with peace, serenity. Just keep breathing that magical, sparkling glitter. The freshness and cleansing power of this waterfall made up of fairy dust and rainbows. See it coming in through your crown chakra, a gentle, sparkling rainbow of colors that each have a healing quality that's taking care of a different aspect of your soul's alignment with your life's mission, with your karmic debt. With your out breath, release. Feel the tangles of past trauma and past karma evaporating like thin air, returning to the sparkling water. As you become lighter and brighter, softer, more patient, more compassionate with yourself. The thing my guides always want me to remind you of, always, every day. Beware that the first gift God gave you was yourself. You hold an utmost responsibility for taking the most amazing care of you. The most amazing care. Allow that to sink in. Allow your body to open up and receive the gentle blessings of this magical waterfall that is caressing, nourishing, and cleansing your heart, your soul, and your body, just like the gentle rays of the sun on a beautiful beach day. Feel the warmth and the rejuvenating energy. And release even the most minor stresses inside of your joints. Inside your muscles. Allow this warmth and this light to penetrate deep within your bones, cleansing your bones now, your bone marrow, deep, deep into your molecules. Allow it to penetrate into your DNA, in every cell, in every atom. Breathe it in deep and breathe it out, cleansed. Bathe your DNA in this magic, powdery, fairy dust that contains the breath of God. Sparks of light, the essence of the Creator of everything, is everywhere, inside of you, on the surface of you, everywhere around you. Melt into this feeling. And breathe with the rhythm of the universe. Expand your chest as galaxies expand. And allow it to collapse as they collapse. rhythmically, deeply. Continue scanning your body. And releasing any blocks that you come across. Breathing gently and softly. The sparkling prana into any inner areas that may feel denser or heavier or troublesome. And relax deeper now as I count backwards from 10, 9, 8, deeper and deeper, sinking into your bed, into the floor, the cushions that you're sitting in. 7, 6, 5, deeper, gentler, 4, 3, slow your breath and enjoy the gentleness of your being in total peace. And 2, and 1. Allow yourself to float as you listen to my voice, relating the angelic messages. There were many today. As always, feel the information washing over you. Allow your mind to sleep, to take a back seat, and feel how the information, the words, the vibrations, the transmission reacts with your body. As you know, anyone who's listening to this now and in the future has not come here by accident. Source gathers the perfect people to collaborate on any conversation, any transmission. And so it is with this one. Anything that you may have asked for, that you may need to hear, you will recognize it by its vibration and how your body responds to it. You will resonate with it. So get in the habit of listening with your body's sensations. a lot more than you do with your years. One of the first messages that came through today for me to share was authorize yourself. This is an old theme that has been sorry, give me a second. There's something in my stomach that needs processing. The energy has been shockingly insane today. Absolutely insane. Just when we think that we've gotten used to these solar flares and eclipses and combinations of celestial events, they just keep cranking up the intensity, and it's definitely going to keep happening more and more next year and in the years to come. So we really do have to get used to the intense electromagnetic fields that we're swimming in, and that we're being asked to decipher, survive, and adjust to during our personal ascension and during the ascension of the entire planet. That goes hand in hand with the message that my guides wanted me to relate today about authorizing yourself. And what that means is, in any area that you may have or still allow doubt and social norms, behaviors, or family programming, it will no longer be possible for you to rest easy if you do not develop the ability to be authentic with yourself and then with others. Now, that may be in an area of a relationship where you have a truth to communicate that is inconvenient or difficult, but you know that you're not satisfied and you need to speak up, and so you should. Authorize yourself to feel the way you feel and to communicate that with whoever you need to, whether it's at work, in your family, in your romantic relationships. The angels want you to know, and this was part of the transmission yesterday, that walking with compassion and with love in our hearts does not mean allowing yourself to be bullied or pushed around or stepped on, or allowing yourself to believe any programs of blame or shame or misplaced duty and responsibility, as is very often encountered in our cultures. Everyone is responsible for carrying their own cross and walking their own path towards the light, towards God. And so authorize yourself to be the messenger, to be the creator, to be the helper, the parent, the teacher, the artist, the leader. Speak up. God did not make you or place you here to be shy. You have a mission to fulfill that you need to at least start training for, if not already stepping into. Trust your ideas, trust your desires. Trust the information that comes from source, from your guides. You do not need to verify things with other people. You are an authority unto yourself. If you have questions, ask God directly. And watch for all the millions of ways in which He answers. Through signs, sayings, things people around you say. The answers come immediately if you just watch for them. Don't wait for someone to give you a diploma for something that you were born to do. For someone to validate what you already know in your belly is correct. Stand up and start giving. Start being. Now, the next big topic is emotions and energies. As I'm sure you've noticed, emotions have escalated a lot in the last few years in everyone's personal life. We're all collectively and individually experiencing a wider range of emotions and a much deeper range of emotions. Depressions, anxiety, complete and total confusion, overwhelm, panic attacks have all become extremely common. And as the energies keep increasing, there's this pressure that's pulverizing us, it feels like. And so there's no way to not address our emotions. We're being forced to look at things inside of us and in the world around us that we were able to overlook in the past. The generations before us were able to live with a lot more violence, with a lot more harshness in their world. They were able to bottle things up for generations upon generations and sweep things under the rug for decades and more. The fabric of reality did not seem to disintegrate, and yet today it does. Individually, for each and every one of us, and collectively as we look around at a world that is literally on fire. Let's take a few relaxing breaths again and settle the energy. Feel. Yes, these are difficult things that are being talked about, but they need to be talked about. Just take your time and settle back. Settle back into your body. Get comfortable with a few breaths. And turn your mind off. Listen to the music and to my voice and feel your body. Feel the transmission. Sorry, we got disconnected. There's a lot to be said about the topic of emotions, collectively and individually. But the main thing that I need to say is that if you have been avoiding or ignoring the need to learn how to process your emotions, there's no more time to avoid. The times that we live in will not give you the choice. And so it's very, very important that we start discussing what's going on. There's no more option to ignore and sweep things under the rug and leave them for later, pass them on to our children, and hope that if we just go la 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 and we close our eyes and our ears that it will just go away. It will absolutely not. it will explode in your face in the most dramatic karmic experience, because it wants to be resolved and it wants to be washed away. So emotional intelligence and healing techniques and modalities is something that I coach and I teach, and I'm understanding that didn't happen by accident, of course, and that it's one of the primary things that we have to occupy our time with. Finding our centers, finding our triggers and working with them, doing shadow work, doing emotional healing techniques, whether it's tapping, EFTs, so many modalities for healing and healing and healing. And even I myself, until I received this transmission earlier today, I was doing it for 3 years, every single day, and with a lot of my clients and a lot of my friends and family, but I didn't actually understand the importance of it until today. It's literally the only thing that matters right now. We cannot proceed to create a new world if we don't heal all the generations, all the aspects that are fragmented and broken and vibrating off kilter, misaligned, fighting with each other, frustrated, blind. There's so many frequencies inside each and every one of us. Our communities, our families, we talked about that yesterday and the other day. We cannot leave our families behind. We cannot leave our friends behind. We cannot interfere directly into their choices either. But we have to hold an emotional I'm trying to translate. There's so much information coming through today that I'm trying my best to translate what I'm being shown. It's so big that I can't find words sometimes that fit. Emotional baggage. Is our primary objective. Collectively. No getting around it whatsoever. If anyone listening ever thought that maybe they can put that aside and pursue their spiritual journey some other way or get back to it later, no. You're being told no. Absolutely not. It's now. It's happening. You have to deal with it. Okay, that's what they wanted to say. It was confusing me because I was like, who's not dealing with their emotional stuff? But someone's not, so I needed to say that. Ooh, that feels better. They kept trying to yank me back to this message and I wasn't getting it. That's fine. Alright. Right. So yeah, don't be surprised if you're becoming sensitive and you never were before. If you're becoming emotional and you never were before. If you are experiencing emotions you've never even fathomed. It's completely normal. That's what's happening. It's happening to everyone. Humanity at large is becoming gentler and much more sensitive, much more delicate. we are becoming hurt by small issues that we would have called small in the past. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing, because what it means is it produces a kinder, gentler, more loving, more compassionate, more considerate society and world that will not be able to, a world of sensitive, gentle individuals is not able to wage war and to commit crimes and to hurt each other in the atrocious ways in which we have destroyed nation against nation in the past. Experiments that we've done on each other, it's just not possible. The way we've treated animals, cannot even go into that. The way we treat our mother, the way we treat ourselves, how harsh we are with ourselves, with the people we love the most. Ironically, we are horrendous. And so all of that is falling away. Welcome the sensitivity. Welcome the tenderness in your heart. Welcome the pain that inevitably comes with being more sensitive, because it means that we are putting an end to the world as we know it, which is actually a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it burns. Yes, it feels like we're dying. Many times when we have to face some memories, some shame, some guilt, some programs that are so deep, so ancient, they terrorize us. There are things in our minds and in our hearts that are absolutely terrorizing, horrific opinions we hold that we learn from our parents, racism, judgments against other people, whether they be short or tall or fat or a different color or stupider or smarter or more wealthy, more successful. This is a bimbo and that's a I don't know what, all the titles that are thrown around, all of the sexual disrespect that's thrown on TV. There's just so much. It's absolutely an endless soup of disgusting behavior, actions, words, thoughts, jealousy, revenge, anger, gossiping. We're quite nasty. Humans are nasty. We need to wash our mouths and our minds and our hearts for so long. As we approach a higher vibration of all of these emotions and thoughts, as we raise individually and collectively our consciousness and we start acting more divine. But that does come with a lot of pain. In the first stages of awareness, it's all pain. It's all so painful to feel this nastiness, to see it, to hear it. I spoke about this a few days ago as well, the clunkiness. All of a sudden, the special effects of the 70s and 80s don't impress us anymore. We can see through things that we just used to take for granted before. When you go through the grocery store and you see all that meat hanging, I feel death. And I certainly did not used to. I have absolutely did not used to feel death, as I even considered the thought of eating an animal. Now it sounds horrendous, absolutely insane, and we never gave it a thought. We enjoyed it. It's disgusting. Anyway, we have to learn to embrace the pain that we have to endure during the transition period as we allow ourselves to become more divine. Each and every one of us has to go through that process of accepting that our kinder hearts are going to bleed more than they've ever bled before. And we're going to cry where we would have not at all cried before. I don't hear that being said a lot in the spiritual community, honestly. It's all light and love, yes. But light and love turns around and looks at ourselves, looks in the mirror, looks at our past, looks at the programs that we have for terror about the future, being fearful of diseases, being fearful of love. We have so many programs that cause us so much pain and suffering. Let's not forget that as we ascend into gentler beings, we're going to go through a period of excruciating horror as we examine all of these aspects of ourselves, of our families, our loved ones, our partners, our jobs. Oh, our jobs are mostly horrible too. Everything is just so clunky and low level and disharmonious. It's inevitable that we're going to suffer from our new awareness. But the message that's coming through now is that we should rejoice at the same time in that awareness. Even though it may feel quite painful at times. There's no way to fix our world and to elevate our behavior if we do not start becoming allergic, painfully so, allergic to the ways we've been doing things so far. Yes, we have to start hearing the trees screaming, the animals dying, the planet weeping. We have to start hearing that to change our behavior. It's not a bad thing to cry and to let it all out. There are a lot of people, including many who will be listening to this, who will still think that they need to put up a strong front and weather through whatever this is. But no, that's not true. The angels weep all the time. They weep at the sign of injustice, of dishonor, of misalignment with God's will. And so we can learn to weep as well, and to release and allow. Authorize yourself was the first message. Authorize yourself to be sensitive. Authorize yourself to scream and cry and point at the poisonous things that many other people are still not seeing. That's not to blame them. It's just not everyone can have this sharp awakening all at the same time. That's a good thing. The planet will explode if we all wake up at the same time. But we have to hold our brothers and sisters who still don't see certain things in extreme compassion. Extreme compassion, as they may very well attack us. Not to mention just continue with the disgusting behavior that has been normal in humanity so far. In any area of life. It doesn't matter if it's eating meat, if it's treating their children a certain way. We see a lot of that, and there's just so many. Or their animals. I have a hard time with that. A lot of compassion. Are you getting the picture so far that we have such challenging I don't know where this transmission is going. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, but it's true. It's so true. It all needs to be said. It absolutely needs to be said. And if anyone listening is in the beginning stages of their ascension and they're confused and unsure about why the world is turning upside down and it seems like people are attacking them, things are exploding, it's absolutely normal within the ascension process, within what the planet and humanity is going through right now and will be going through for, I don't know, decades. I don't know. Maybe more. Probably more. We are becoming allergic to the old ways of doing things. Painfully allergic. And at the same time, we have to hold ourselves and everybody else in extreme patience and compassion. And that is why the angels, your guides, the divine guidance, it's just so important to really have that in your life. Divine guidance, whatever you want to call it. Source, God, Allah, Jesus. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. The energy in my stomach is just crazy. It's been like that all day. I have to slow down just a little bit and probably even stop soon. Let me see if there was anything really important, because I just realized how drained I am. Yeah, anxiety, overwhelm, working with our new perception. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, that was it for now. We're all working together. These transmissions are requested by the collective of all the higher selves and all of the guides, of all the people who needed to hear something, who asked for something. All of you who are listening, including me, as I listen to these messages. So, we need to understand that we're all doing this. I feel that there's still a lot of seeking of teachers and gurus and influencers. I feel it's really important to translate that part of the energy that's telling me to say, authorize yourself already. You are the influencer. You are the guru. You are the teacher. Stand up. There is no teacher in that format. That's an archaic format, they're saying. An archaic way. Your assumptions about so many things is so primitive. They say that with love, but so primitive. Basically, the message is wake up, children, grow up. It's not kindergarten anymore. You hold the light, you hold the questions and the answers, and coming together now like this and so many other ways in which you come together is beautiful, because that's the way. Joining your energy fields, your heart fields, the electromagnetic signatures. I'm having such a hard time talking. I need to get off. But there's something that wants to come out. I can feel it. So I'm gonna try it just a little bit more to see what... It's so jumbled. It's just like... There's 20 alarms on trying to come through, and I can't pick out anything. It's just on, and it doesn't want to shut off. A lot of times when I channel, it will just go brrr, blah, and it just finishes and it's done. And today is just, it just feels like there's this dam and all of this tons and tons of water just pushing against the dam. But it's not clear what it is they want me to say, other than everything is happening. It's happening now. It's happening all at the same time. There is no time. It's a mess. It's all very, very quantum. It's all squished together. There's no linearity to anything, including this message. Get used to it. Grow up. Deal with it. Breathe a lot. Breathe a lot, a lot, a lot. Take your time. Hurry up. Get serious. You're the guru. Ask for answers. They'll be given. You already know the answers. And feel, 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 feel. As nasty as it is to feel, feel more. Okay, it's over. Whew. Oh, man. Okay, That one was tough. That one really, I felt like I was being like ground meat. I was just being squeezed and pushed out of. Sorry guys, sometimes they're weird. I feel like it's just gonna keep getting weirder and weirder. I keep learning, trying to stay on top of the wave of learning of how to deal with these things, but the energy today reminds me of 3 years ago when I was first trying to deal with this stuff, and I would be fried, literally just felt like the edges of my neurons were just sizzling, and it's how it feels today. Electricity is just running through, and you try to make a thought out of it and words attached to it, and it's like, it's just impossible. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go. Thank you, as usual, for joining. This field does not work without all of the people who seek answers and to come together. And so thank you, because these answers are for me as well. I'll see you tomorrow.